CNN ran a story titled "The Most Alarming Trump Rally Yet." Looking at it here, it ran yesterday, and this is what it says. While Donald Trump has held several rallies since January 6th, his rally in Iowa Saturday was the most alarming by far. And one of the reasons why they're saying this, according to the article, is because they were elected U.S. legislators in attendance at that rally. They're really afraid of what he said there. They said that that a former president and potential candidate holding a political rally is dangerous to our democracy. Dangerous to our democracy for a political candidate. Just put aside any feelings you have about what might happen before 2024 or the validity of 2024 given what we saw last year. Put that aside for a moment. Let's just assume that in this paradigm that the leftist Marxists, treasonous, traitorous rat bastards, and their Marxist Muppets live in, let's just assume everything was above the board last year. Everything is fine. Joey is the guy. He got 81 mil. Let's just assume all that to be true. They're making the claim that a former president and a potential running candidate for 2021 holding a political rally in Iowa, which is the beginning of all presidential runs, is dangerous to our democracy. Folks, when they say dangerous to our democracy, they don't mean our democracy, which, by the way, yes, we are a republic, not a mob rule democracy. But in the pure form of the word, we are a form of a democracy or democratic society in which we, the people, vote for the representatives that represent us in this republic, in which we have three, by the way, AOC, three branches of government: executive, legislative, and judicial. We learned that in junior high. I think I actually learned that in 5th or 6th grade. But maybe the New York school systems were different. I don't know. But I digress. But the point is, when they say our democracy, they're not talking about you and I. They're talking about their democracy, where they get to run everything as a uniparty from DC and get to pick who their people are. Selected, not, well, selected, not selected, but take out the S out of the second, selected. Trying to keep you on your toes here on this Monday morning. So what did Trump say? Well, I can't cover the dangerous part of what he said because he talked about certain topics about what took place last year that are not open for discussion on this platform. But one thing he did say, which you can say was a unifying statement, was the following. I'm going to play you a short clip here. Once again, this is Donald Trump on Saturday giving a message of unity to all Americans, Democrat, Republicans, and independents alike, against what we're going through right now in this country, October 2021.
All Americans of common sense, Republican, Democrat, and independent, must stand firm. And you have to really stand strong and firm against Biden, crazy Nancy Pelosi, she's a nut job, and the extreme power grab.
The extreme power grab. Part of that power grab is indebting us and enslaving us for an infrastructure bill that is not an infrastructure bill, but it is a wish list of progressive ideals meant to bankrupt the country, eradicate the middle class, enrich the elitists, and flood the working class Americans and the poor Americans and the poor working class Americans in a class struggle against a whole bunch of unvetted and illegal immigrants coming in to drive down the wages of the bottom part. And I don't mean bottom part because they're our brothers and sisters and we love them and we fight for them and we help them. I don't say that in a value as a person. I'm just talking about economically the bottom part of our Americans, someone that a group that President Trump fought hard for more than any president in modern times. They want to eradicate the middle class and have the poor fighting for wages, poor wages, with all of these new immigrant class.
And we must declare with one united voice that we cannot allow America to ever become a socialist country. That's what
we must declare with a united voice, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, Libertarians, everyone else, of course, would be on board with that, everyone left of that, to ever become a socialist country. And not just a socialist country. I mean, this is all Marxism, right? But there are certain degrees of Marxism, if you will. Socialism, and then if you start going further to socialism, you get full-blown what, folks? Did you say communism? You get a gold star and an A.
That's what they're doing. And I really think it's a step beyond. I think it's going to be a communist country. We're not letting it happen.
We're not letting it happen. All right, folks. Once again, happy Monday, and we appreciate you being here with us, and we appreciate those of you who support us and those of you who search for us using BCP Today or just logging in because you're not getting notifications. John Durham is going after cybersecurity. This is a real clear investigation. A man named Rodney Joffe, or Jaffa, if the name is German, Joffe. Here's a way for me to trick you into putting something down below to help us with the algorithm, which in turn just helps more subscribers get notified because we're not getting shared outside of our subscriber base. Rodney Joffe, how do I pronounce it correctly? Put it down below, Joffe. This is what's going on, folks. This is what's going on. Cyber security experts who held lucrative Pentagon and Homeland Security contracts and high-level security clearances are under investigation for potentially abusing their government privileges to aid a 2016 Clinton campaign plot to falsely link Donald Trump to Russia and trigger an FBI investigation of him and his campaign, according to several sources familiar with the work of Special Counsel John Durham. Durham is investigating whether they were involved in a scheme to misuse sensitive non-public internet data which they had access to through their government contracts to dredge up derogatory information on behalf of the Clinton campaign in 2016 and again in 2017 after President Trump was president and before when he was a candidate. Now here is who they are after, this Rodney Joffe or Jaffa. Now I'm probably going to put in the title the following information. He's a regular advisor to the White House, to Biden, on cybersecurity and infrastructure policies. A man who was involved in the false accusations working with the FBI against then candidate Trump, then again President Trump in the early part of his presidency, has been a welcome advisor to the Biden White House on cybersecurity and infrastructure policies. But here's the connection. The sources familiar with the probe have confirmed that the leader of the team of contractors was Rodney L. Jaffa, who regularly advised the Biden White House on cybersecurity and infrastructure policies. Until last month, he was a chief cybersecurity officer at Washington tech contractor Neustar Inc., which federal civil court records show was a longtime client of Sussman at Perkins Coie, a prominent Democratic law firm recently subpoenaed by Durham, and of course, intimately connected with the Clinton campaigns and the Clintons in general. Neustar has removed Jaffa's posts from his website and is now saying he no longer works for us. Isn't that interesting? Isn't the timing of that just dandy? And I want to leave you with this thought, folks. This is a cybersecurity and infrastructure advisor to Joey Biden. Not really to Joey Biden, to the people behind Joey Biden. You know what I'm talking about. Joey Biden is not really, he's just a headliner. He's just the mouthpiece, and the people doing the voiceovers are the real movers and players, including Soros group of folks and the Obama folks, as well as a whole bunch of globalists and international and European robber baron bankers. You know, the Kissinger and the globalist folks, the folks that were supposed to say, this is all conspiracy theory, but as I've been sharing with you the last several days, it's all documented and out there. It's not a secret. It's an open secret, if anything. So you have supposedly here Durham going after these people, and this is a thought I want to leave you with. These are the same people that said that last year's selection was the most secure ever. Let that sink in. Thanks for being here, folks. We'll have more reports for you today. We're working on a great report for you on BCP Extras. Make sure you check that out. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and check out the BCP report as well. To the next one, ciao, goodbye, God bless.